So here we are. Morning, Jamie. Let's see how my new computer works. And I just did a speed test. I talked to my landlord yesterday, and he promised to wiggle things around somehow and give me more, whatever the frig it is, bandwidth. And hopefully we'll be able to go live and stay live for more than 3 minutes. So I'll wait for some people to come in. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. This is my brand new computer. It came yesterday, March 1st. So I'm happy it came 3 weeks early. Right on. What's up, Elvis? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Sir Ian? Everything cooking all right? You guys hear me okay? See me okay? We got the whiz bang technology going here. Let's see. Excellent sound and picture. Right on. Cool. Yeah, this is hey, May. Where'd she go? May. Show me can I have the box? Yeah. I was going to show you what I got. Picture's good? Cool.
The name.
Oh, okay. So this is the computer that I got, and it's really it's a weird store. It's called Asses Are Us. So I bought it at the Asses Are Us store, but I'm really happy with it. Nice to see everybody. How is ordering electronics in the Philippines? Well, I used Amazon, and it cost an extra, are you ready? $200 to have this bad boy shipped. But it beats the hell out of buying stuff here. And I'll just leave it at that. There's stuff that they have, like this computer, for example, may have been made, I don't know, a year ago, sitting on a shelf. Double the price. So it's just, to me, it's just worth it to pay the shipping and get something that I feel is more reliable. And a gentleman actually went through a bunch of research for me and helped me choose this computer. It's the one he recommended. So it seems to be working really fast. I got it yesterday. I wasn't home when it came. My neighbor, Mark Thornton, took it for me and then brought it over when I got home. And I just plugged it in last night, and to be honest with you, it was the world's easiest setup. It already, if you're in there with Google, the man buns know everything you're doing anyway. So they just go ahead and set your computer up for you. And, it is what it is, right? Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate it. Cool. I'm glad it's working. Yeah, I don't really look good in anything. Good's an operative term. I don't know. I like colors. Nice. Okay, good. I'm glad we got this going. Now, my next operation is May bought me a, what do you call it? A Samsung phone, an A13, I think. A little older model, not the new whiz bang $800 phone. I think it's a $200 phone. She got that last month for my birthday. And I have these wireless microphones. And on my old Vivo phone, the wireless microphones worked terrific. I did a video, I think the last video I did was a couple of days ago, and it was kind of like a channel update nonsense video. And I tried to do it on the new phone, and the phone kept saying it was overheating because it works via Bluetooth. So today's operation is I'm going to go have coffee in about an hour with a guy named Bud Brown. And he's an old friend of mine out here, fellow vlogger. and him and I haven't talked for a while. We'll probably do a live stream together one of these days. But that's going to be my project today, is YouTubing how to fix the problem. That's the best way I have found on electronics is you say, I got this problem on YouTube, you put in the model of the phone, you put in the model of the microphone in this case, and then they give you the fix. I actually had to fix the microphones that way just so it would work on my old Vivo. Electronics are supposed to make it easier for us. Thank you very much. I'm really happy with the computer. My other computer was 5 years old. I paid $200 for it in the States. It didn't have Bluetooth or anything on it. It was just, El Cheapo here. But I'm happy with that. I feel like I got my money's worth, and one day it just melted down. Man, I took it in to get it fixed, and that was a whole story. But yeah, so cool. I'm glad this is working. Well, that's it, folks. Goodbye. So the good news is that travel is opening up here in our island. Gio went to Cebu, and I'm going to go on a wait and see kind of attitude with this. May and I want to do a little traveling. I actually took some extra money out of the bank yesterday to set aside for us to take a little vacation from our vacation. We need to get out of Dodge, just like you guys do. And but we're going to wait. We're going to wait for a week, 10 days probably, because they tend to change their mind over here. And the last thing we want to do is go to, Siquijor or Bohol, some little simple island that's an hour away by ferry, and then have them say, well, there's a new germ running around Dumaguete, so you can't come back, or you have to quarantine or something. But so we're going to let it, let a few test balloons go out there, see how it goes with the other folks. And then we'll probably be vlogging from another island here pretty soon. And what else is going on? Jason Evans, the musician, the guy that a lot of you helped, is probably coming home, I think, from the hospital today. I went to the hospital yesterday, and it's hard to get information. Trust me. I was talking to his wife, and she's Filipina, and so we had a little language issue there. And I'm not allowed to go up into his room because of COVID and blah, blah, blah. So I have to talk to his wife downstairs, and I gave her some money that had been sent over just for household stuff. And I think the hospital bill's already taken care of. They did a GoFundMe in America for him, and it looks like that's squared away. The issue is now that the hospital sees that there's money being paid. I think they've got $3,000 or $4,000 already. They see a cash cow laying in one of their beds, and that's just kind of, again, how it works over here, boys and girls. And so they keep doing more tests, but it's getting redundant, MRIs and CAT scans, and he's had 20 minutes of physical therapy. So buyer beware when it comes to hospitals and all that. Traveler's insurance probably is a great idea. I don't have it. I'm not a believer in PhilHealth for myself, but I am going to be looking into, when I go back to the States, I'm going to look into a policy that my friend has. It's about $2,000 a year. And because I've got Medicare and Medicaid A and B, but that only works in the States. I think it works in Guam, not sure. And that's always been my backup plan. And if something happened to me, I would just pay cash. But, something like this happens, makes you rethink your thinking. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, they changed the internet, if you will. There's 10 apartments here. And so the bandwidth, if you will, is spread out equally. But a couple of places are vacant, and a couple of people are on vacation. So I think what they did was they kind of reconfigured the kid came over. I call him a kid. He's 35 years old, on his phone, as they all do, right? And changed things around and said, okay, you should be better. And I told him, I said, I don't need download. I don't download anything. I just need up speed for this, or to upload a video to the YouTube channel and make that go and turn a 3-hour project into a 30-minute project. Woo. Hey, William, thanks for coming along. Upland Dave, formerly China Dave. Oh, yeah. Kisses to you, sweetheart. Oh, see, here we go. I like this computer already. I bought it at the Asses Are Us store. Hey, man, what's going on, Zach? So a big shout out to everybody that helped Jason in the past few weeks. And Riza, May's beautiful sister, is coming over tomorrow. And May is, hold on to your hats, fellas. May is going to a water park with a couple of her lovely friends and beautiful sisters. So you know what's going to happen there. Let's see. New to you. Enjoy it. Learned a lot. I have to plan on retirement there next year. What's this? But with Travelers doesn't look good for this year. I don't know, Mike. I don't get into predictions anymore. I never really have. My first impression a year ago was this whole thing will be over with in a couple of months. And here we are a year later, right? Burned out on Cherry Creek, California. Yes, no shit. I understand burnout, brother. Eugenius, yeah. Camera is better, yeah. Yeah. It's this was really actually for the first time in my life to own an electronic. This was an actual pleasure. I just plugged it in last night and turned it on, and it just sort of walked through. It said, "Hey, do you want to save all this stuff?" I said, "Sure." So all my old stuff is right on here, and it's really easy. Okay, I follow 4 of y'all from there. What is the phone system? Okay, well, that's a fair question. There's an outfit out here called Globe. And what I do is years ago, I set up with Globe an account, if you will, just like you would with Verizon or T-Mobile or Sprint. And the only real difference is over there, I was paying $50 or $60 a month. And over here, I pay $12. Now, I cannot call internationally on that, but I can go buy a SIM card. This gets confusing, I know. But I can go buy a SIM card from an outfit called Sun, and they have international on there. And I can just kind of preload it, if you will, with $6, $10, $20, and I can call any number internationally from my phone. And then 800 numbers, I use an app called Viber. So recently I had to call my credit card and I had to call my bank card, and I used Viber because they had 800 numbers and that call was free. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, again, this is one of the rare pieces of advice that I give people. When you guys are coming over here for the first time, make sure that you keep your phone service. Your phone is going to be your friend, real big friend. And all your apps and banking and all this, that, and the other. I would have 2 phones, to be honest with you. My friend, I just had coffee with my friend Bill at his place yesterday, and he lost his phone. And it was gone for 2 weeks. And he put up a 10,000 peso reward on one of the posts. And what do you know? He got his phone back. But they had tried to hack it and jack it and this and that and the other. And I had lost my phone when I first got here, but I got it back real quick. Anyway, unlock your phone. So if you have a phone and you're coming over to the Philippines or anywhere else out of the country, have it unlocked. And then let them know that you're going to be leaving the country And if they offer an international plan, take it. It might be $15 extra. If let's just say you have Sprint, you're paying $50 a month. Now it's $65 a month. And when you first get here, you may be setting up your banking. You may be setting up your money transfer. You may be setting up, I don't know, whatever you're setting up. And what a lot of places will do, especially when it comes to, say, transferring money, they want to send you a text to verify that it's you. And there's been 2 or 3 guys that I know that couldn't get the text because their phone couldn't take the call from America or Britain or wherever they were from. And so they couldn't verify it was them. And then they couldn't get their money. And then it was 17 emails later and untold phone calls just to try to make that happen. So to spare yourself a lot of grief when you come over here, if you're coming for the first time, just keep your phone service. And once you get over here, maybe buy another phone as a backup phone and get a local number. Do you need to keep that? No, there's Google Voice and there's Magic Jack and there's all these other kind of whiz bang things I won't get into. But that's one thing I feel very, very strongly about is make sure that you have your phone available and ready and able. Let's see. That was a long explanation. Come style yourself, my friend. In Savannah, Georgia. How's Tiger Woods doing, I wonder, huh? Yeah, they're good computers, I guess. This one I'm happy with. It's been one day. We'll see what the hell goes wrong next week. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe in these things I should start putting links or something. Of course, I always forget. I say that, and I never do it because I forget. But my Facebook is just Paul McGill. And if you look Dumageddon, you'll probably find me. And it's a picture, I think, of, I can't remember what my Facebook picture is. Anyway, I think it's me in May. But what was I going to say? Oh, gosh, I met up with a friend named Martin. He just been here a week. He was over in Davao, and he managed to escape and come over here. And real interesting guy. We talked for about 2.5 hours yesterday. We met up and had coffee. And so I made a new friend yesterday. And real interesting guy. I don't know if he'd like to be on the channel or not, but his story is very cool. I didn't get into that with him. Yeah, I'll tell you what. What I'm going to do is Mark, my neighbor, showed me how to do a speed test. And so I did that on my phone. And like last night, it was less than 1. I think 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock last night. And then this morning, it went to 13. So I don't know. I said, okay, what I'll do is I just do impromptu live streams anyway. I don't really schedule them anymore because of the internet. So now it's going to be kind of simple. I'm going to do a speed test. And if I've got nothing coming out as an upload, I just won't do the live stream. And if I do have it, like I do today, then we'll do a live stream. What do you think of that? What do you think of them apples? Chuck, how are you? Yeah, no way would I go there. No way in a million years for a phone. Isn't that something? Can you believe that? I still have a hard time believing that we pay for water. I used to drink it out of a garden hose. Never tasted so good. When they started bottling water and selling TV, I knew I was in trouble. You used to TV and the antenna on the roof and water, you drank it out of the hose in the front yard and life was good. And now, I don't know. Whiz bang Samsung, $1,200. And I bet you it would overheat. So the bottom line is I'm praying because the camera on the Samsung is really good. It's like 4 cameras back there. So it's going to be good for taking thumbnail pictures. And I told May, I said, this camera, I'm not putting Facebook on it. This phone, I'm not putting Facebook. I'm not putting any other crap on it. It's just going to be for vlogging. And wouldn't you know that I can't get the wireless mics to work. We were talking about that. We keep trying to do that, but you know what? He's busy and I've been busy. I've been busy with this Jason thing for a couple of weeks, and he's just been busy doing these long distance interviews with people, split screens like this, but he'll hook up with somebody here, somebody there, because and so it's just been a matter of timing. But we do want to get together. We talk about it all the time. We go, hey, dude, we got to get together. And it's just a matter of timing, man. Hey, Richard, I will be more than happy to tell Bud you said hello. He likes you a lot. I will stick with the Lenovo ThinkPad for now, business class. They're tough. Okay. See, I don't know anything about this stuff. So I just took this gentleman's advice, and he was really cool. And what are the phone plans? Well, the phone plan here, I pay $12, and it's unlimited talk, text, data. The only time you get extra charges is if you can't get an internet connection, which is pretty common, and it's got to go roaming. So I just try to stay away from that, keep the bill down. But it's only gone up like $1 or $2. And then May doesn't use her phone hardly at all, except for, in other words, she doesn't communicate. She doesn't get a lot of phone calls and stuff like I do. She'll just get stuff on Messenger or her Facebook, which is free. So every blue moon, I give her load. So she'll say, you know, baby, send me some load. I got to call my sister, or the internet's down or whatever. So I send her 20 pesos, and that's that. Yeah. George, from what I'm hearing, that's opened up now. And no restrictions, no notes, no proof, no this, no that. I don't believe it until I see it. I hear about it. But I was saying earlier in the stream, I'm just going to wait until a couple other people go out and do it. Richard Guthrie, are you from Indiana? Mike, I think he's from Texas. Thanks, Upland Dave, formerly Chime Dave. We like buttons. Like buttons are 50% off this week. Good audio, good video. Now we're cooking with gas. That's right, Biff. See, you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And there he is. See there? He's from Texas. Richard was my neighbor. I got some funny stories to tell you, Richard, when I see you, but I got to see you in person. Now remember, if you hit the thumbs up button, bend at the hips and hydrate, because it's an effort, I know. Good morning from Las Vegas. What's going on, Jimmy? I wonder if it's opening up there at all. Oh, yeah, different Richard, huh? Thanks, man. Been a quiet month last month for me as far as videos, but I got a lot of stuff in my noodle that I want to do, but it's getting out and doing it. I got sidetracked a lot this month. I got the feeling that when this opens up, May and I are going to be blessed with meeting a lot of you guys. So I want to thank all of you that are watching the channel, and when you come out here, you want to hook up, and we definitely want to hook up and say hi and buy you your first cup of coffee somewhere. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's the one that the P did a thing on, and I think that's what my buddy AJ has. I have to go back to his message and look. I think he said it was $2,000 a month, and I'm sorry, $2,000 a year, and $2,000 per year for that, and it's good anywhere in the world, including America. So Devil's always in the details, though, right? So you got to look at the policy. Hello, how are you, Jerry? Thanks for coming on. That's a good question. I asked that of my landlord yesterday. I said, "Can I have? I'll pay for it, whatever it is. Not whatever it is, but within reason. Can I have my own internet line come into my apartment?" And the issue with that is that fiber optic internet is from a company called PLDT, and they have these poles with so many nodules on them. I think that's what they're called, outlets, where you can run the wire from. And once they're used up, they're used up. So pretty much the answer was no. May and I went to see a friend yesterday, Bill, and he's got it directly into his house. He gets 100 up and 100 down, and that's what I want. And I don't think it's that expensive. It's like maybe $50, but I would easily pay that to have the reliability, if nothing else. Here, I'm cool with this. I mean, as long as I can test it, and live streams are something I like to do occasionally. I don't want to do them over and over and over again. I never have a theme to them. It's just, let's just go online and see who shows up and we'll talk about whatever. But now that I can test it, I just don't want to have any more of those snafus where, like yesterday, where I tried twice and it just wasn't going through. Pacific Cross. Yeah, I think that I'm 99% sure that's the one. That if I bought insurance, that's exactly what I would buy. I've been lucky, I got to tell you the truth, self-insuring. But for some reason, I'm seeing so many people have accidents. I know not just Jason, but I know other people that have had to go to the hospital and whatnot. And it's made me rethink the insurance scenario with myself. May's got Phil Health, which is great for locals. Awesome. Just awesome for her. And it's cheap. But, and buying a car, the whole car buying thing is, I know what to buy. I know a Toyota is the number one car to buy. I actually worked for Toyota for 4 years when I first got into the car business. But I didn't sell cars that long. A lot of people think I was a car salesman, and there's nothing wrong with being a car salesman. I've been a car salesman at the beginning of my career, and I was a car salesman at the end of my career. But in the middle, for the bulk of the time, 80% of the time, I was in finance. So, but I do know about how to buy a car, what to watch out for, blah, 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 blah. We went out and looked at new cars just to get a benchmark. I'm not going to be driving the car that much. So what it looks like and the condition it's in, exterior wise, doesn't matter to me. But as long as the engine, the transmission, tires, brakes, lights, etc., all the safety stuff is working and functioning, and I don't have it in the shop every other day, I'm fine with that. I do have a great mechanic right around the corner that's going to be working on my scooter today because it's acting up again. So I don't know if I'll be buying a new scooter before I buy a car, because this thing just keeps, punking out every 3 months. We'll see what happens. What's going on, Steve? What up, Juan Carlos? Hey, good morning, Mark. Good I am, baby, from Michelle and Rod in Florida. Well, hi. Nice to see you guys. Nice to have a couple on here, Good morning, my friend. Hey, I got to get with you. I think you're going live. I think Paulie Boy here is going live. I'm old Paul, and that's handsome Paul, just in case you guys didn't know. And, it's easy to tell, I guess. I think he's going live today at 7:30. That's why I wanted to jump in there early. And then I'd like to get with you guys this week so we can do that dealio with Mia. Yeah. All right, what else is going on here? I seen a video of President D said after his meeting. Yeah, I saw the same thing. That's just it. See, one hand says this hand says that, and that's what makes me suspect about traveling. The last thing I want to do is it's no inner island is no big deal. I mean, if May and I went across the pond here for an hour on a ferry to Sikihor, which we've done 2 or 3 times now, that's no big deal. But my only fear is that we get over there and they say, well, there's a new germ or we've changed the rules, which they do like that. And so we just don't want to get stranded somewhere or have to stay at a hotel or get quarantined. And we'll see what happens. Starlink, yeah, I heard about that. We need some competition out here, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'll take it. The problem is that infrastructure really is, having the poles put up and the wires strung and all that. It looks good on paper, but then you go to try to buy it and they're like, well, no, you can't have it because we don't have any left. And there's a big rush out here for internet. There really is. No kidding. How you doing, John? Good to see you, brother. Yeah. That's I've got a dual SIM also, and so you can go to Sun, and they do this dealio where you get a wholly different number, of course, but you just buy. I used to, when I first got here, I used it because I was calling home a lot, tell everybody everything was going all right or not going all right, and international calls. So if you've got a dual SIM, that's the perfect scenario. Thank you, Howard. I know who that's for, and I'll be seeing her tomorrow. That's for Riza. Thank you, sir. Hey, Arizona, how you doing? I shall do it. Good morning, Indiana. Thanks for coming on. Let's see, $10. Okay, there you go. I think I had I had T-Mobile. I think it was $15 for me. But thank you for that, Jamie. Appreciate it. Oops. Yes, keep your expat phone. Yeah, keep your expat phone is right. In other words, you come out here with your iPhone or whatever it is you've got, keep it, and then buy another phone. I'm not telling you what to do. This is what I did. You can buy another phone like I did for $80 or something like that. It was kind of a local phone. So now I've got 3 phones. So I got the phone I originally came with, which is an iPhone that got all broke, and all I do is play games on that. And then I've got the Vivo that I've been filming all my vlogs on. And now I've got the Samsung from May, and I've got to get the Samsung lined up. Yeah, that's right. Google. We are Googling. You got to have an internet connection. That's the only thing. With the Sun phone number, you don't have to have internet. Prune picker, what's going on, man? No, I have not heard word one about a vaccine out here. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure it'll probably roll out in Manila. If it was a rollout, I would guess. I haven't heard one thing about, hey, come get your shot. Yeah. It's different for everybody. I just think it's extremely, hey, shout out to Exotic Filipina. How are you? I think it's extremely important that you have you make your phone calls. to your credit card, your bank, and your phone company and make all the arrangements and let them know, by the way, excuse me, I'm going out of the country, and you want to give them at least 48 hours, maybe 72 hours notice minimum prior to doing it so it gets updated in their computer. Because if you're going to come out here and you're going to use your debit card or a credit card, you don't want it declined. I've been there. I've done that. Good morning, Exotic Filipina. Thanks for coming along. Hey, I looked at the Globe company for phones. Are they the same Samsung phones as in the USA? I honestly don't know. I feel a lot more comfortable, like with this computer, buying it over Amazon and having it shipped over than walking into a phone store here and buying a phone. I just feel more comfortable with it. Are they the same, buddy? I don't know. All right, Scott's a Chromebook guy. Death to dealerships. I got no support from a long-time service manager. What happened? Thanks, buddy. Death to dealerships. I got no support from a long-time service. I don't understand what happened. You get a bad deal? Don't waste your money on international. As long as you have an internet data on your phone, you can use Skype app and call the USA if you have internet. If you have internet. And if you're in the middle of the street and you're trying to get through and you don't have internet, good luck. Thank you very much, Freddie. Big boy scuba. Let me know if that's designated for anybody, Freddie. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's coming in. I think the computer, I'm going to be very happy with this computer. It doesn't whirl around. It's got a really whiz-bang processor. And Baby May's doing great. Baby May's a piece of work. Good morning. Thank you, Dennis. We appreciate that. We get a cup of coffee. Hey, Canada. My favorite fishing place. Are there unlimited data plans? Yeah, I got this thing from Globe. It's unlimited. Oh, I'm sorry. You're asking data plans. There might be. I don't want to say yes or no because I haven't looked in a long time. But I think there is a kick above what I've got. I just didn't see the need for it. Because number one, I use Messenger or the internet as much as I can, but there are times where there is no internet and I try to have a contact phone number for everybody also. And then I call them on their phone. And believe it or not, sometimes my phone doesn't work unless I stand outside my apartment. That's how the infrastructure is here. I've had messages come over on my phone and I walk outside with it and ding, ding, ding. I got 3 messages from 2 days ago that I didn't know I had. You love fishing. What about? There is no real fishing here, at least not where I'm located. There's shore fishing but there's no boats that go out that, to my knowledge. Now, other islands I know do have sport fishing. I don't remember which one, but I've seen my friend Wayne go fishing. But I think he was down like Mindanao or something like that. So I would have to look into that. It's like there's golf courses out here, but I've never been to them because I don't have any golf clubs. Okay, man, I will. Thank you very much. That's what we'll do, buddy. Thank you. And I'll take her sister with us too, because she's coming over. She always likes that. Boom. That's it. That is it right there, bro. I got and muskie. I got a muskie once. That was a big day. Yeah, walleyes. Those are the best memories of my life, to be honest with you. Just me and my father. And the first time I went to Canada with my father flew us there in a Cessna. And That's a whole other story. That'll be on my membership thing if I do that. But nothing like a shore lunch. You catch these walleyes, and it's catch and release, but there's a few fish that you'll keep, and you fillet them and cook them on shore, and it doesn't get any better than that. Especially when you're there bullshitting with your father and guides and a couple other guys. God bless you. You got that right. You got that right. Who would why bottle water? And then what kills me is what really kills me is the friggin' they did away with, they're worried about the plastic, right? Well, all the plastic's from these friggin' bottles. And when I was a kid, it was glass. And then that's how I used to make money when I was a kid. I used to walk around and find bottles, Coke bottles, Pepsi bottles, Orange Crush bottles, and they'd give you 3 cents, 5 cents, 7 cents, and you take them to the grocery store, and I'd pick myself up $2 or $3, and I had candy money. And I always remember whenever I went to the grocery store and I collected, bottles, just walking around, and the guy that gave me the money, no matter where I went, there were 3 or 4 different stores I would go to, they always had a nice smile on their face when they saw a little kid like me, 6 or 7, coming in with my bottles. And I think they were kind of proud of you that you went around and earned some money when you were a little kid. That's just one of those weird memories that I have. Oh, man. Water never tasted better than when you were out playing, Army or Cowboys and Indians or whatever, and you're just running your ass off out in the front yard and around the block. And then you go to your house or someone else's house and you turn on the garden hose. The best tasting water ever. Yeah, there's only 2 ways to look at things, so I try to look at the bright side. Thank you very much. Hey, what's going on there in Chile? I met a guy yesterday, met 2 guys yesterday, and one of them had the biggest complaint from South America and all that, Colombia, is lack of English. So I guess that was quite a challenge. Hey, man, thanks for joining in. I'm trying out my new whiz-bang computer. Well, come on. Come on. Let's see, mobile phones are expensive. Yeah, they are. Suggestion is you buy your phones in home country before you get to the phones, and make sure you buy the. Thank you very much, Biff. That's pretty much reinforcing what I said. I'm going to do a video about what to bring to I won't tell you what to bring, but I'm going to phrase it where what I would have done differently. I've already done one video like that, but what I would have brought with me, how I would have, things that I miss, things that I could use. I didn't know. I mean, you don't know till you get here, right? What's available. What's weird to me still to this day is that you can't buy a bottle of Tylenol at 7-Eleven. You have to go to an actual pharmacy. So, one trip turns into 2. GSM cell phone, good advice. Thank you very much. Yes, we're doing good. We're doing awesome. Thank you very much. She's right in the next room. Are you hiding today, baby May? May. Oh, she's outside talking to her garden. She does that every morning. She goes outside and talks to her goofy garden. She says hi to each plant, and she gives it some water, and she asks it, "How are you today?" And all the other Filipinas go, "Yep, that works. That makes them grow better." Good morning, grumpy dude. Did I thank you for this? Thank you very much. Yeah, her land fund is doing good. In about 4 more years. We're doing awesome, man. Hey, Mike. My spirits are boosted and uplifted. My attitude is getting a little less cynical with this travel thing. But I don't want to be too optimistic. I don't want to. The last thing you want to give anybody is false hope, right? That's a bad thing to do. Let's see. Light for about 200 euros. It has 2 SIM card slots, storage, 5G. Could be ready. Just heading over there and use the SIMs. Well, thank you for that. I don't know if we got 5G over here, if we're going to get it or not, but Rich, shout out to Rich. It's nice of you. I like your dog. I had little wiener dogs back at home. I miss them. I already bought your cup. May and I are planning something for her channel, not for sale, but boy, are we behind. But we got something cool coming out on her channel that we're going to be giving away. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be sure to take baby May and her beautiful sister for a nice meal. Let's see. I needed some time before settling affairs between my service writers, getting upset with each other, and then bam. Oh, shit. Yeah. I think that's the toughest job in a car dealership, is being a service writer or a service manager. Boy. Well, I hope your heart surgery went well, my friend, and I hope the car dealership didn't cause it. Well, hi there. How are you? Thanks for joining today. Nodes. Oh, that's what they're called. Yeah. Nodes on the pole. Nodes on a pole. It's all good, brother. We got to give the man buns a little something, you know. How are they going to buy their soy-based protein drinks if we don't give them their 30% cut? Come on now. How you doing, Wayne? Oh, man, I used to get in fist fights with Google. Greetings from Virginia Beach. It's a gift for you and me to go to Casablanca sometimes. This is my favorite restaurant. Casablanca, yeah, okay. You know, where May and I have been going to on a steady basis is, and I'll go to Casablanca, bro. Thank you very much. Is Sans Rival. And the reason we go there, whenever we meet with somebody for the first time, we recommend Sans Rival because it's the food is it's none of it's healthy, trust me, but it's consistent and it's air conditioned. They've kind of got their act together. The prices are very reasonable. So May and I treated our new neighbors to lunch the other day. I think it was $20, and you know they have a decent menu. So, but Casablanca, a little kick above, isn't it, buddy? But yeah, we'll go there. Absolutely. He's always looking at it. I go, no, El Cheapo here is not taking you to Casablanca. Yeah. And what if I get another computer? I'm going to lose another 5 years. But still wouldn't do any good. Let's see. Also, age restriction go all the way to 90. Wow. So this Pacific Cross is starting to sound better and better. I saw a satellite dish yesterday. Speaking of satellite, can you and being able to are two different things. So trying to put something in motion over here, Danny, is really a challenge. But I saw one. I went to Bill's house or apartment, I guess. Boys, he got a whiz bang place. Super duper place. Just beautiful. Pays less than me. And it's just gorgeous. And I told May that we need to take him out of the picture so we can move in. But anyway, what was I going to say? He's got 2 satellites. So in front of his house. And apparently he gets all the sports and all kinds of stuff. But he's the only guy that I've seen a satellite. And I think some of the resto bars out here that do a lot of, they're sports orientated, you know, they want to play the Super Bowl. They want to show the fight or whatever. They may have that service. Funny thing is I always under the impression that you could get a satellite dish anywhere in the world. You just called up the satellite company and said, hey, bring me a satellite. And they'd hook it up the next day. And that turned out not to be true. Thank you very much, Mr. Biff. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir. So when I retire, there's a 50-50 chance of Philippines. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping, again, I don't know, but I think after this month, if everything goes cool for a month, and then the vaccines are rolling out, definitely by the end of the year, as long as there's no other big crisis. Yeah. Yeah, they got the Johnson & Johnson one-shot thing. I've been watching that news. I think 2% of America has been vaccinated so far. So every time one guy gets a shot, that's one less guy that needs a shot, right? So I figure the next 6 months will still be maniac time. But by then, they should have it out and more organized. Every day that goes by, they can correct the mistakes. Or, again, it's every time somebody gets a shot, that's one less person that's going to be on the line tomorrow. So what do you figure, guys? I don't know, 6 months? Yeah, I think that if push came to shove and you had to get out here, there might be a way. You'd have to go through a bunch of hoops. I had a friend try to get into Thailand, and he did everything that he was supposed to do, and they wouldn't let him board the plane because they said, no, he had what was called a fit to fly ticket. In other words, he took a $360 COVID test, and they gave him a piece of paper that said fit to fly. And he went to get on the plane. They said, well, you need the fit to fly and a thing from your doctor. And so he spent $1,000 between hotels, plane ticket. I don't know if that included the plane ticket. Maybe he got a refund on that. But he had hotel, COVID, and I guess the plane ticket to go to Thailand. But he said $1,000 just went out the window. He was going to go to Thailand and hang out there for 2 weeks because you can stay at a really nice resort in Thailand. And if you had to spend 2 weeks somewhere, staying at a 5-star resort in Thailand doesn't sound bad to me. And so that was his plan. But, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Thank you very much. We will make that happen, my friend. Yeah, this is a little girl that I love this video. It's May's #1 video this month or last month. And you know what? I'm really proud of May because we were talking last night and she showed me a video that she did at Quezon Park, however you pronounce it. And I said, this video is no good. And it wasn't. And she knew it. And so I said, it's better not to post it than to post a bad one. And she goes, do you know how many times that I shot this video with Elmi? I said, no. She said 6 times because of the English. And so they would do it. And the woman, Elmi, the little young lady, Elmi, would answer, but she would not like I'm doing right now. She would not communicate properly. So May said, let's try that again. She wasn't changing her answer. She was just saying, let's try that again. So she did one take after another take, after another take, after another take, until the video made sense. And I was really happy that she took one of my goofy suggestions And I said, when you're speaking with these young ladies, you don't necessarily need to ask them if they're single and they're looking for a boyfriend, because that's getting kind of, overworked, if you will. And it's just getting redundant. I mean, if they're really looking for a boyfriend and that's what they want to talk about, then by all means. But she worked at a little fast food place. And I said, maybe, again, do what you want to do, but maybe you can just show how they make the fast food and what the ingredients are and all this and that. And that's what May ended up doing. And I thought it was really funny, informative. And I thought Elmy's a rock star. Sends most of her money to her parents. Lives on very little herself. How many 18, 19, 20-year-old kids do you know in America that are working at McDonald's and giving their parents 80% of their paycheck? Let's see. What are your thoughts on living in Cebu for a bit? We also have Port-au-Prince or Palawan. How are things in Dumaguete? Man, Mike, that's a real timely question, because my landlord owned an island or portion of an island in Palawan. And he was showing me pictures yesterday at his house of, he's a sailor. He sailed in there one day, and long story short, he ended up buying. And he had a house there. And that's where we are going to go for vacation when we're confident that we can get back. And my thoughts on living in Cebu, in my mind, is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Too much traffic. It's more expensive. There's no, you got to drive for hours to get to what we've got 10 minutes away. My understanding. The only time I've been in Cebu was when I initially landed, and then I've gone there 2 or 3 times for but for visa issues. Because that's where the immigration is for exit visas and stuff like that. So I've spent a few days there. It's kind of like it's a lot more lively than it is here in sleepy Dumaguete. And it just so happened, not the last time I went with May, but the time before I went by myself, and my friend Tom Sullivan just happened to go there for another reason. And him and I hooked up, and we went out to a couple of bars and we had a great time. So it's fun. Cebu is a fun place to go. It'd be more of like a vacation kind of thing for me. I'm not into the waterfall stuff and everything out there. I got plenty of that here. I would go there for more metropolitan stuff, restaurants, shopping, definitely. And then maybe some nightlife. Take May out and let her jump around a little bit on the dance floor. Actually, May has got what's called Phil Health, King. So yeah, she's covered with the local insurance here. And it's good coverage for her. Really good coverage. Yeah, thank you, David C. The internet connection is better today. I was speaking earlier that I'm going to be testing the speed. And I talked to my landlord, and apparently he's improved it here in my apartment, which is very gracious of him. And it's a new computer, so I think the camera on it's a little better. Yeah, we're if we had a car, it would be really the safe. That's collisions. See, here's the deal. Here's the difference. Is in this. I was thinking about this very topic. In the States, I was always concerned about a collision with another car. That was the danger. Out here, it's really hard for 2 people to get hurt if 2 cars collide. Seriously, because no one's ever really going that fast. It would be a fender bender, if you will. It would be where 2 cars kiss. Not that it can't happen, because there are some psychos that try to drive 100 miles an hour. But for the most part, if I was to clang into another guy, I don't think anybody would get seriously hurt, but it might take out 4 motorbikes in the process. That's what I'm concerned with. With the car, I'm much more worried, almost 100% more worried of hurting somebody else. Because I'm telling you, man, especially at night, because people will walk and drive their scooters with no lights on. And there's a thought process that if you keep your lights off, you save gas. And um, you can't make some of this stuff up. So I've been out at night and I've on my scooter with the brights on and barely seen guys walking or driving their scooter. And it's dark outside and they're wearing all black, like I'm wearing black, and they have no reflection on them. There's nothing. And they're just a shadowy figure. And I'm 66 years old with bifocals. So go figure. That's what concerns me the most about driving a car is hurting someone else. We had two in a row. We had a 3.1, I think, and a 3.6. Oh, nice little shakers. Can I lease a car here? Yeah, somebody asked me that. No, I can't even finance a car here. May can, but I can't. I'm sure I asked one guy, he says, well, if you've been living here for 10 years and you own a business and a house and you're married and your wife goes on it with you, yeah, you can finance it. And I totally understand that. I'm on a tourist visa. So I come in and I put no money down on a brand new whatever, and I drive it around and then I go home. I just park the car and use it for 3 months. That can happen. And I'm sure it has happened. I also want to look at a couple of banks and see about repos. So I'm going to be doing a little research on that. And I think what I'll do is I'll just keep copious notes on everything that I'm doing. And then I'll try to do a video about my car purchase experience and the process. And if I may not even buy one, I don't know. Yeah. Cebu is great for some people. For me, it's too metropolitan. I like the country. I didn't like the traffic when I was there at all. But I'm no expert on Cebu. Like I said, I bounced in for a few days. I've never lived there for any length of time. Maybe if I was there for a month, I would change my mind. Yeah, I agree. Give it a year. It's going to have to pick up. Good morning, Larry. Can we go good Paul, bad Paul? Yeah. Yeah. That was one of my thoughts. Yeah. Actually, I think getting a car would increase my health. But I appreciate the advice. Now I plan to go out on top of my Pinay. Don't worry, I'll take care of her and her family. All right, Paul. I don't know. Is he? I don't know where that is. Convict Paul, that's me. Yeah, thanks, Chuck. I'm glad he's doing better too. I think the hospital's trying to hold him hostage. So I'm going to go back out there today. Yeah, the dish deal, Starlink. I would ink up for that. That would be a satellite connection, right? Sounds more stable. Yeah. It's all fun and games till someone gets their eye poked out. Yes, good idea to let things settle down a month or so before you plan travel. I think there will be a mad rush for folks who want to get out of being locked up, look for prices to go up. I agree with everything that you just said. We went to Pura Vida Resort, it was 50% off. And that ain't going to happen anymore. But you're right. There is going to be a mad rush, which I just as soon avoid. And I got a feeling that everyone's going to be back in startup mode and things will not go real smooth when they first reopen. You know what I mean? They're going to realize they're out of this. Maybe the staff is a little rusty at best. So I think it needs to get greased up a little bit, if you will, get the machine rolling. Give it a month, too. I'm a patient man. May's patient. We got the money set aside. We'll go when we go. School system here. I don't have any children in school. I don't think the school system here is very good. I can tell you that I don't know if it's just the school system or if it's the people or what, but mathematics seems to be a real problem for a lot of people out here. I think the colleges are really good. This is a college town, and I think that they do a good job. But you get out in the province, and it's hot, and it's just poor, and I'm not sure that there's quality teachers out there. They have issues with supplies. Every school year, May and I do a little thing where we take out backpacks and pencils and pens and paper, and we adopted a barangay called the Japanese Shrine. There's 20 some odd families live up there. And so last school, they're all on these module things now, but we still did it. We went up with 48 or 50 backpacks and we filled it up with paper and pens and stuff like that. That was just our little thing that we like to do around the community. I think May vlogged about it a little bit. Okay, John Claude, I saw you flirting with some other girls the other day, so I don't know if I'm lying this here. France, Paul, baby May, and I send big kisses on Paradise Hotel. She don't want you to more abandon her in the Philippines. Said you, Paul, had to take her with your kisses for us. Hey, baby. Yeah. Jean Claude sends kisses. Get a VIAP phone at Ring Central. Has an app you can also use. You can receiver. Okay, well, there you go. Jean-Claude. Yeah. Yeah, Jean-Claude sends you 1,000,000 kisses, and he's coming to get you. You want to say hi?
No, I'm in the garden.
Yeah, I know you're in the garden.
Look, I'm very dirty.
Okay.
Shut up my channel.
yeah. No, you got to come earn it.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, there she is. She's out there jacking around with her plants. So I don't know what a VIAP phone is, and I don't know what Ring Central is, but apparently you can do that. And you can receive her text, not like Magic Jack. Okay, see? Nothing but smart people on the chat today. Let's see, possible to live in Baguio City. Heard the climate is nice and cool there. Not too many expats talk about it. Well, my understanding is Baguio was built for pretty much as a recreation place for GIs during the war. I think it was built to house either 20 or 40,000 people, and there's a ton of people up there now. It is nice. It's they got pine trees. I've never been. I thought about it too. But the biggest complaint that I hear is people get up there. It's this big, long, arduous bus ride up a steep mountain. And once you get there, it's very hilly. So it's kind of like, San Francisco, maybe, you're up and down, up and down, up and down. And so walking, if you're fit and young and everything, that's great. But if you're old and fat like me, probably not the best circumstances. And then I heard guys get bored because it's just kind of landlocked. So, but it's cooler elevation. Cooler temperature due to the elevation. So again, one of those places, one of these days, we might just go look at just to say we've been there. Foreigners are not on priority. That is a fact. That is something that I should have brought up and didn't. I'd be the last guy to get a shot over here. Unless I was willing to go, pay for it, which I will anyway, I'm sure. They don't owe me anything. Philippines doesn't owe me anything. So if I get a shot, I'll be paying for it, which is fine with me. I think the citizens should get it for free. I hope so. Here's Jean-Claude again. I know, Jean-Claude. She's coming for you any minute now. Trust me. I read the same thing, that the president is going to roll with the Chinese version of the vaccine. So that's one of those things where people at the top are doing stuff that we don't know about. Yeah. Yeah, Globe is a plan like T-Mobile or anything else. Same. It's just for the Philippines. But Globe has horrible internet. So that's, I had Globe at the old apartment, and I have PLDT here. And as many problems as I've had with this PLDT, you should have seen Globe. Whew. Globe was never above 1. Do you know Ned from Philippine Dreams? I've never met Ned. I used to watch Ned a lot before I came out here. And I've seen him around town a couple times. But him and I have never had a conversation. I don't even know if he knows who I am. Why would he? Gary Berg, my old friend. How are you, my friend? You're back in America, right? And heading back to Africa one of these days, or no? Gary Berg is one of my oldest friends here, and a nice guy. So huge shout out to Gary Berg. Gary Berg gave us an oven back when May was doing her cooking show. But now she's a big shot. She's doing adventures, Gary. So what can I tell you? Good morning, Jag. We all have a baby May in our life. You know what? You got that right. Every day, baby. Not every day, but I would say, without bullshitting, 85% of the time, baby May, unless she's just not feeling good, has a nice routine. She gets up, she prays, then she comes and says good morning. She always makes sure there's coffee on when I wake up. It's just super cool. And then she does a cleaning routine around the apartment. And then she plays with her garden. And that just makes her happy. And the whole cleaning routine, I've never once said, hey, let's get this place. I've offered. I said, let's get somebody here to clean for you. So, and she goes, no, I want to do it myself. And she doesn't feel right if the place is not clean. She's out of sorts if there's something dirty. And she also takes the longest time ever to wash a plate. She'll wash a plate for 5 minutes. Oh, that chicken is big trouble. You wait till I show you some videos with the chicken coming up. Order it online. I pay extra for the shipping, and some stuff's expensive and some stuff isn't. But all the electronics now, I used to buy on what's called Shopee, and it would come out of China. And I was dissatisfied with the quality of the stuff that I got. So I just went to Amazon, and I decided I would pay extra because you get what you pay for in my world. And I'm much happier with the products. And the wait time, I think, is about a month to get something from Amazon. They had told me March 24 was the delivery day of my computer. Yesterday was the first for me. Was it? Yeah, yesterday was March 1st, and my computer came yesterday. How are you over there, Sean Murphy in England? Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, I guess there's vaccines coming, but when we hear it on the news, I don't know what news to believe anymore. It's more opinion than news. But just look. Here you go. This is what I'm talking about. Bloomberg said the first 600,000 on the way to the Philippines. Okay, thanks, Manny. And then William is saying, hi, Paul, 800,000 due arrive in the Philippines plus 800 AstraZeneca from the World Health Organization Monday. So it looks like they're coming out, but the information always bounces. And that's why whenever I watch the news here, I watch reruns, if you will. I'm very cynical about what anybody's saying. I just don't believe it till it happens. And I believe you believe this, and I believe they said that. But will it happen? I don't know. Things just change out here. It's very hard to explain. Hey, Tara, thanks for joining us today. Let's see, Starlink beta test in Phoenix area. The hardware is $499 plus tax and shipping. It's $99, too pricey for me too. They can keep it. I'll stick with this. You ran into a finance guy. Yeah, they're doing good. I posted a little picture in my community tab of senior and junior. Reza got some income the other day, and she spent it on her kids, of course, and she got them 2 new little outfits. These are senior and junior are May's nephews, and they're 2 years old, and they're cute as can be, and she got them matching little outfits. So I put a picture up, and they're doing awesome. Senior doesn't like me, but junior does. Yeah, thank you. I'm very satisfied with this. I don't think we're getting this covered up by the comments too. It was like taking half the page. You gonna come say hello, or are you just gonna be?
I'm very dirty. Sorry.
Well, you can say hello. Oh wow, am I behind in comments or what? Hold on, kids. May came in, distracted me, and now look what happened. I don't know where I left off. See, I looked up. That was my mistake. All right, so we'll just go here. Can't wait to drink water from my well in the hall. Such a nice spring coming through, and yes, it's covered. Right on. That's the way to go. What is Sandokan? I don't know what that means, Lisa. In America, they did away with plastic bags and now use paper. I'm told that passed that paper was bad. Well, paper, they're going to that here too. What cracked me up was they outlawed straws. There's like this much plastic, but a bottle is this big. Thanks, honey. You don't want to say hi? Just lean in to just say hello to everybody. Huh? Okay. Broken glass may broken glass may cut your feet a bit and cause flat tire.
I'm dirty.
Yeah, glass is so what? You break glass, you sweep it up, throw it in the trash, but they can reuse the same bottle. They just run it through a steam machine and rebottle it. Plastic you throw away, and it ends up in the ocean. But they outlaw straws. I say outlaw the bottles. Make them out of something else. Thank you very much. I'm very happy with the computer. It's fast, too. That was another drag. Watch me on my comments now, boys and girls. I'll be writing back like no one's business. You don't have to wait 10 minutes, for each one. Most cleanest natural is in Ontario and Canada. Yeah. My front garden hose on Clearfield Avenue. Gang calm water spinach from the farm to sell for 50 centavos for their pigs. Paul, nice to see you. You're looking good. Happy man. In America, we got big problems. I don't know how many genders are in the Philippines. Just 2 genders, male and female. We have ladyboys out here, and I've had a couple that were on the channel. That's another discussion. Here's Paulie. That's right. I wanted to set up, I might do the deal here where we get the bed out of this room and into the other room, So I'm thinking about setting up a different kind of staging area, if you will, for some stuff I want to do. Some clouds are biasing use for schedule vaccine. Nice. Well, I'm glad you got the shot. And the whole issue with the golf out here is, number one, it's really expensive. It's number two, it's kind of far away. And number three, again, I couldn't do it without a car. You know, I can't strap a big golf bag on my back and drive for an hour to a golf course on my gay-looking little scooter. Yeah, you collect your rainwater. Good on you. Oh, yeah, we're always smiling over here. We have our moments. Yeah. Okay, there you go. A real-time 6i phone in the Philippines. Maybe I'll look into that. I may have to give the Samsung away. If I can't solve this overheating issue, I'll end up giving the Samsung away to May's sister probably, and then buying one that doesn't have that issue. I got to research it. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, May bought me a new phone. And my Vivo phone is what I always use to record my videos. And I bought Bluetooth microphones. And so on my Vivo, the Bluetooth, it runs off of an app. And so the video is on the app. And then it uploads just like the normal thing. And it worked fine with the Bluetooth microphone, no wires. But on the new Samsung, I was making a video. And after about 3 minutes, it said this phone is not equipped, or flashing some sort of warning. Then it said it's going to shut down because the phone's getting too hot. So I Googled it the other day that there are fixes for that. And hopefully I can just, go on YouTube later today and fix that issue with the phone so we can start using it. And then after that, we got this goofy gimbal that's way too sophisticated for us, but we're going to try to do that. Or I may just buy another gimbal that just is a stabilizer, not all the buttons and electronics and apps and crap. Because I don't think we need it that sophisticated. We're not sophisticated people. Many T-Mobile plans, free international data. There you go. Slow and not forever, a few months. Good enough for WhatsApp, emails, light video, but no talk except on WhatsApp. That's okay. Yeah, again, that's why I don't give advice, because things keep changing and I'm not you. But there's a lot of different options when you're coming out here of getting prepared. And you know what? I'm going to do a video about that. It's going to be on the menu in March. I'll tell you what, it must work because they're growing like crazy. And she says, she doesn't just go out and say good morning. She talks to each one individually and gives a little pet and gives it some water. I just got on any new car buying. Well, I'm not going to buy a brand new car. We went out the other day and looked at new cars just to get a baseline price and some information. What's interesting is they're adding a tariff of $1,500 starting this month on new cars that are not made in the Philippines. So Toyota is enforcing that. We went to two other dealers. What did we go to? Kia and Hyundai. And they said, yeah, we didn't get the memo yet, so we're not charging anybody. So there's a whole video in this. I'm not going to do it now, but there's going to be a lot of information about buying a car coming up, whenever it is. Might be a month from now. I may not buy a car. I may change my mind and get one of these little things that are like, what are they called? Oh, I call them tuk-tuks. They're little three-wheeler deals. So those are options. On any, I have a rule that I don't buy anything out here that I cannot afford to walk away from. So I was having this conversation with my new friend Martin yesterday. If I buy a car today, I have to mentally and financially be prepared to say, okay, I got to leave the country tomorrow, and it won't bother me to leave the car and give it away to somebody. There's, an emergency, there's a coup, there's a change, there's a disaster. And I know I'm being overly dramatic here, but if I buy this today, can I afford to walk away from it? And that's what I'm looking at with the car. So I'm weighing all these things. Yeah, Toyota's the most reliable. Yes, it will give you the least grief. But I have to ask myself, how often am I going to use this car? I'll use it maybe twice a month to go to the market, which is just down the street. We actually have used tricycles to bring our groceries back if we got a big load. And that's cheaper than owning a car. So there's one strike against buying a car. I want a car for being able to drive around the island. I could rent a car and drive around the island, and that would be cheaper in the long run than owning a car. But for me anymore, it's come down to safety and my own personal safety, her safety, of falling on the bike. And there's some treacherous things that happen. A guy we don't know, but a friend's brother the other day just lost all of his front teeth and is sucking nourishment through a straw because of a dog running in front of him. And I got a lot of dogs running in front of me, guys. Just a matter of time. Broccoli, spinach, cauliflower. Yeah, you can get all that stuff over here, but it's small. It's not a big ass head of lettuce or a big head of cauliflower. Everything looks like it's a shrunken head. I don't know how else to put it. And it's expensive as hell. I mean, a head of lettuce is like $3 or $4, and it's as big as this cup. I mean, it's not like, the big lettuce that I buy at Albertsons back home, and it's pennies. I don't know. All cell phones you buy in Canada are already unlocked. Well, that's cool to know. Not in the States. Why she doesn't dig a 6-foot hole? Did she smoke that plant before she talks to it? No, May does not partake in any of that stuff. Good girl. Yeah. Well, I'm always disappointed when they don't. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. All right. You guys are discussing amongst yourselves. That's good. Yep. My primary thing is when you first get over here, just have your phone at the ready for at least the first 2 months, and you got all your stuff together as far as your banking. Make sure that you've verified that you are you is really what it is. Because a lot of places, the first time you do anything, you want to transfer money, you want to do an ATM, you want to do this, you want to do that, they're going to say, okay, we're going to make sure for safety reasons that it's you, so we're going to send you a text, and your phone better freaking get the text, and then you need to type it into the computer that you got the code, and then everything goes smooth after that. I'd love to get a dog, but just too much responsibility if you want to travel. But I think down the road, if I'm confident that I'll die here, So in whatever years it is that I'm less active and I'm not running around so much, be it 1 week or 15 years from now, I don't know. No one knows, right? That'll be on my radar. We'll probably get a house as opposed to an apartment, and have some dogs, because I miss dogs. I'm a dog person, big time. Well, Barry, I hope you're out here real quick, buddy. I'll buy my first cup of coffee's on me. Now heave backwards. That's right. Remember Perrier was a big thing back in the 70s or something. I remember drinking that stupid Perrier water. You talking to me? Andrew B. Hey, I moved to Cebu from Thailand a year ago. In Cebu City, you can get all the vegetables that you mentioned, also many imported ingredients. Yeah, Cebu's got a lot more variety. In fact, Dumaguete imports a lot of its food stuffs from Cebu. So I think they give them the shit end of the deal. All right, some more information for you kids. Yeah. You know what? Smoking's one of my guilty pleasures. And it just is what it is. I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it, buddy. I appreciate the concern, but if I want to quit, I'll quit. If I want to continue to smoke, I'll smoke. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Even if they came out with 5G tomorrow, I don't think they'd have the infrastructure to handle it. Thanks, man. Who was I talking to? Oh, it was you. John Burton. How you doing? Who did I talk to that was out in Little Rock? It was you. John Burton went shopping for me yesterday at Walmart. It was awesome. And they saw Walmart for the first time because he videotaped it. And she's like, okay, I really want to go to America. She couldn't believe how big the aisles were. That was a lot of fun, John. Thank you very much for the tour. Oh, man. You opened up a real can of worms with that one, John. Tell us the sales showroom story. I got so many funny stories that, again, I'm going to do this other channel, if you will. It's I don't want to start a whole new channel. So the only alternative is to do a membership thing for 99 cents. And that, if guys want to do it, they want to do it. It's not going to be some moneymaker thing. If it did derive money, I'd just give it to May. But it's just so I could not be Paul in the Philippines. I can just be Paul. And give me an opportunity, because I don't want to mislead anybody. If someone tunes into Paul in the Philippines, they should talk to a guy named Paul that's living in the Philippines. But if I do a different offshoot to the channel, I can do all that. There's a lot of funny stories about the car business that I think would fascinate people. I think everybody's a little intimidated and scared by car people. And we have a horrible reputation, and some of it's well deserved. But some of it is, we're human beings. And so there's our side of the story. And but I think with lawyers and crack whores, we're right up there as far as how well we're liked and perceived. 100% the dealership caused the surgery. Okay, see what I mean? I take it you won't be a member? I'm glad you're feeling all right, Mark. I'm sorry you got upset at the dealership. Yeah, the tours of the resorts are good. May does it. We're hoping that we can get this microphone thing figured out, because it was real complicated to try to do it with wires. I was filming her, which I think works best, with me doing the commentary and May doing her Vanna White thing, showing the TVs and the room and the view. And you get to look at her and not me. So that obviously improves the picture. And I can kind of talk about what's going on in real time. But so, yeah, we'll be doing that. And I'm looking forward to, we don't do a lot of like walk and talks up and down Dumaguete Boulevard. We don't do a lot of restaurant stuff, just because it's done. It's already, other people are doing it already. So why would we want to, copycat that? Doesn't make any sense. But I think if we go traveling, we'd like to do that and show you some different islands, or at least our take on it, or what we're doing. Like we had fun at Pura Vida. We vlogged from Pura Vida. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. A dual SIM is very important, I think, over here. You have a local and then you can have an international. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. And if you go out of the country, like when I went to Vietnam, they just put a SIM card in and now I had a Vietnam number. Tell all of you to expect the 1400 stimulus soon. The House just passed it out there and there's a good chance the Senate will as well. I hope so. I have a friend of mine, Gary, that is really relying on. Well, and Jason. I got a couple of guys that are friends of mine that are really relying on that right now. They've got kids, they've got situations in their life, and that would be a monster boost for them. And I got a friend, Bill, that's thinking about buying I don't know why I can't come up with it. I want to call it a tuk-tuk, but it's something else. It's a little 3-wheeler deal. If he gets his stimulus, that's what he's going to buy. I don't know. I just plugged in the computer. I'm not going to use Norton because they ripped me off. It's probably just got Windows Defender on it, but I got to look into virus protection on this thing. USA, 10% have 2 doses, 20% have is that what the number is now? 10% have, I heard 2%, but I get my news late. No, I've never heard of a case. Well, is there malaria? I'm sure there is, but I've never heard of a case. Much more common malady, if you will, is called dengue fever, which is caused by a mosquito bite. Yeah, I changed money yesterday, and I got a full, I don't know, I think it was like, I got a full point higher. Instead of 47.2, I think I got 48.3 or something like that yesterday. So it was for me, it was a big bump because I took out an extra $400 yesterday. What's happened, it's kind of complicated, but people donate money to other people, which is awesome. And I give it to them, but it comes out of my budget. So if I have a $1,500 budget or a $1,600 budget and I give away $300 because you kind folks want this little girl to get $10 or this woman to get $100 or that person, Jason, needs some help, so you send it to him. It's awesome. But now I've finally figured out, why am I coming up short every month? It's because I keep giving away money. They want it now, and it takes me a month to realize the money. So if whoever sent super chats today will come a month later on my next YouTube money. So, but the people want it today. So this time I think I got smart and I took an extra $400 out of the bank yesterday just to cover that kind of stuff. So we don't run short. Yeah. That seems to be a popular deal, the WhatsApp. I don't have it. Johnson & Johnson's got released. Yeah, I think and that's got like a 75% effectiveness and 100% against anybody being hospitalized. So let's see, kids. It's 8 o'clock. I got to wrap it up because I got to go see Bud Brown. So I'm going to blast through this. I'm meeting up with another vlogger. We're going to have a cup of coffee. And I'm just going to kind of throw these up on the screen. And God bless you. Thank you for everybody that joined me today. Thank you for those that left your super stickers and all that. And let me just see if there's anybody that hasn't been acknowledged. I think we got it. Here's a good one. Peace out. All right. I know I missed some comments. As usual, I got behind because I run too much at the mouth. But I'm going to go meet Bud. And next live stream, maybe I will have Bud on the channel or Mia from Paul's Asian Adventure will come on with me or something like that. I think we're going to do an interview with her because she started a channel. So anyway, thank you. God bless you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And I will talk to you crazy people later. Bye.